It's interconference time for these Nuggets as they come in as the visiting team. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Going to bring you the NBA right here on 2K Sports. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And, guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one? Inside, it's Bennett and Verajao. Jarrett Jack is out there with the Beast, and it's Clark in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in their last matchup against the Bulls delivered quite a performance. He ended with 23 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. A dominating performance from a player who might start making waves around the NBA. That is what the franchise hopes, at least, guys.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night, Steve, and he didn't disappoint them.
No, he didn't. In fact, he did everything they asked of him and more. And I think he really enjoys being that go-to guy for them.
Yeah, I think he relishes that because he knows he's capable of doing it. He's had some performances that have fortified his confidence in that role. So he's in a good place right now.
He feeds it to Clark. Shot clock at 6. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. So it's the Cavaliers now. Down by 12. 2 on the clock. Here's Verajao. Off target with his 3.
You know, you hate to see a player have the kind of injuries that Verajao has had over the last 3 seasons. In fact, he's only managed to play 81 games.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And for Verajao, through the first month and a half of the season, Clark averaging over 14 points and 14 rebounds a game. He seemed poised for an all-star break.
Yeah, he really was on track for one. And not only did he miss the game, but he also lost a $1 million incentive in his contract if he would have made the all-star team. So that blood clot, which required he shut it down for 3 months, hit him in the pocketbook, too.
Yeah, his health, his injury status has got to be a concern for Cleveland.
Agreed.
Beautiful dish down low.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Robinson drives in. Wide open look. That's good on the jump shot. Robinson's got 9 points.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off him, and he took advantage.
Here's the Beast, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
Terrell Arthur, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. From deep, and it's Foy missing. The Cavaliers trail by 12. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And that basket is in there from the Beast. You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season, but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round 1 time in the last 9 seasons. So, you know, I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
Foy with it, outguarded by Verajao. The feed to Foy. Floats one. That's good. Foy's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Mike Brown was just going over the plan with his team. He told his guys that their offense needed to run through the Beast. coach obviously has a ton of faith in his offensive ability and shared that faith with the rest of the players by insisting they get him more involved. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Guys, they've got a decent hole to dig themselves out of, but still a lot of time left to do it. We'll see if those adjustments help.
Thank you, Doris.
It looked like he may have been showboating a little bit at the end of that one.
Felix, he's covered by Fournier. Here's Verajao, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Verajao's got 6.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
Oh, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
And here's Miller outside. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it. This the first chance to take a look at the Nuggets this season.
Always a little tougher to see how you match up with teams in the opposite conference because you just don't see them very often.
Arthur sets the pick for Miller. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. Let's keep talking about the lack of games with reps between these two teams. There's not a lot of history between them, and this is their first chance this season to create some, I guess, with one more meeting later on coming up.
You know, that's what we get when it's East versus West, Kevin, but it certainly hasn't detracted from the atmosphere in here. I think, if anything, it's added a little something to it.
I agree.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
And he banks in the layup. Miller's got 6 in the quarter.
Now he's finally starting to get it going here offensively.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off the loss to the Bulls.
Their defense got absolutely destroyed in that game, guys. They weren't closing out on the perimeter shooters. They were allowing people to get into the paint and score from point-blank range. Just an overall abysmal effort.
Yeah, something was missing, no doubt about that. They let an opponent shoot a really high percentage, and that's got to be a concern going forward.
Cavaliers with the rebound. And after this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. And we finished one half of basketball. Nuggets ahead.
Well, Tristan, what do you take away from how this game...
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
A nice quarter for Foyt. He's got 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Denver. Down low, it's Fareed and JaVale McGee. Robinson is out there with Foy, and it's Chandler in at the 3, the small forward. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, on an ordinary night, I think they would have come out on top in that game. That's how well they played, but they just happened to run into a club that was playing at the top of its game.
And, Steve, I think they get the win if that game had been at home instead of on the road.
Cleveland shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
That's been a great year for them overall at the stripe, hitting about 82% of their foul shots. Impressive.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line. Well, the Cavs really didn't have a lot of players that demanded attention on defense last year. Really just Kyrie Irving, and when he was out, their offense had no punch.
McGee, well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
And Robinson comes to help. And for the Cavs, Cleveland managing just 6 wins out of the 30 games they had out of conference.
Well, when you can only win 6 games against the West, I mean, there's a pretty good chance you're going to finish at the bottom of the East. I thought injuries really derailed the Cavs season, but they weren't ready to go out on the road and beat better Western teams. Too many young players on the team who just didn't understand the NBA yet.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
Yeah, but you don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up, though, either.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to his team. He told his players not to spend so much time trying to find the perfect shot. He said, listen, there are no bad shots. Take them when you've got them. The other point he made was about defensive rebounding. He wants his guys to crash the glass and go after every rebound. He doesn't want to give up any second chance opportunities. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Always great to hear from you, Doris.
And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You take a look at the Pistons. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And checking out Cleveland. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
Well, right now for the Cavaliers, they've actually been right about where you'd expect them to be, guys. Right in the middle of the pack. Kind of average.
And that can be a tricky place for franchises. Not really a contender, but often without the draft picks to make a big leap. It'll be interesting to see if and how they manage to break through.
A chance here, Kevin, to see where the Cavaliers currently rank in the NBA. First in free throw shooting. First in fewest turnovers a game. And they're number 1 in opponent scoring. They don't allow teams to get into a rhythm offensively, and thus they're able to hold those points down.
And anytime you lead the league in free throw shooting, as you talked about, Clark, I mean, you can put a lot of pressure on the defense, and that's why this team has made a concerted effort to attack the rim and get to the line as often as possible.
Bennett with it. Now Chandler defending. Here's the Beast. Drains the 19-footer. The Beasts got it back down to within single digits for Cleveland.
You know, guys, it seemed to be a great fit initially in Denver with McGee and the Nuggets. But he had a bit of a wake-up call from George Karl last season when Karl said of McGee, lazy and crazy isn't going to make it work. Definitely wants to see more out of his young center.
And Waiters kicks to Bennett. The pass to the Beast. Fires from 18. Kenneth Faried grabs the board. Faried's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. And with JaVale McGee, his then coach Karl said he's a tremendous talent. Karl just wants him to be more fundamentally sound.
Well, he said it on multiple occasions, and one of the reasons McGee never got into the starting lineup under Karl was that he was too sporadic with his effort. He'd make a spectacular play and then turn it around and make a bad one. So he needs consistency in his game.
Good.
Just another outstanding play down low. These teams couldn't be farther apart in their effectiveness in the paint today.
Yeah, that's right. It's been all good at one end, and we'll try to be diplomatic here and just say not so good at the other. His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And here is Robinson, 11 points in the game. Here's Randolph from down in the low post. It goes. And now a 10-point Nugget lead.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
The Beast passes to Irving. The 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. On the wing, Chandler. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Chandler's got his 2nd basket.
And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They've really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Here's Karasov. Cleveland gets it back. Bennett. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Bennett is a solid 6'8". He's got the skill to step out behind the three-point line, so he's just comfortable whether he's inside the paint or out on the perimeter.
Yeah, I like the fact that he can make you feel it. He puts his body on you, and he's got an NBA body. There's no question about that. And NBA athleticism as well, so he can beat you to the ball, and he can beat you from the three-point line, too, so that's a nice combination.
Deep 2 from Robinson. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Pass to the Beast. There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Irving attacking. That's good. Irving's got 10.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
Outside, Robinson kicks it to Gallinari. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Gallinari. Denver making a switch here. Gallinari hits them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Nuggets lead by 11. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, this had to be the choice. It was an absolutely sensational feed, putting it way up there above the rim so that only his teammate could catch it. And not only does he do it, but he powers it down from there.
Yeah, the timing of these plays are just phenomenal.
No question.
The Beast, he's in at the point. Anderson Varejao is out there with G. Then it's Jarrett Jack. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. They get it back. Here's Martin. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Varejao.
Excellent work on the offensive boards.
Went after that rebound hard and quickly turned it into a putback jam. Beautiful work.
And those are the types of plays that have put them in front in this game.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Denver. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
You know, Varejao has always been an amazing rebounder, but I thought last season the start of the year was probably his best. I mean, you knew he was on track for a big year when he grabbed 23 rebounds in the season opener.
Denver making a switch here. Fareed is checked in. Foy dishes to Robinson. And that's a foul called on the Beast. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Clark's checked in. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Nuggets. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. That'll be game 4 of this 6-game road trip.
And, you know, for the Wizards, that's a game they'd really like to have.
Here's the Beast. Bangs home the trifecta. For Varejao, before the injury last season, Clark historic rebounding numbers.
How about this, Kevin? 10 consecutive games with over 15 rebounds, and 5 of those being offensive rebounds. That's only been done once before in the history of the league, and it was by the Hall of Famer, Moses Malone.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Ball's knocked loose. Oh, and here comes Robinson all alone. Oh,
look out.
Watch out below.
Wow. Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam. Out to the right wing. And Gallinari kicks to McGee. And that one hits back iron. Cleveland's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Clark. Here's the Beast. To the wing right side. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Waiters.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
It took a while for Dion Waiters to find his way in the NBA, but after about half a season, he really started to grow with the Cavs. Showed a lot of that potential as he put forth a much more efficient effort in the second half.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Brian Shaw had some words for his team in that last timeout. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
Thank you, Doris. And And Waiter's a strong-bodied combo guard, taking 4th overall Clark in the 2012 draft out of Syracuse.
And, you know, he's drawn some Dwayne Wade comparisons for his slashing and finishing ability, and I can understand it, but hold up, folks. Don't get carried away with that yet. But I love what Waiters showed in his rookie year. He's got some playmaking ability, has active hands defensively, first team all-rookie. He's going to be a key part of the Cavs going forward.
The Beast, and it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets leading by 9. Robinson with it, now guarded by the Beast. Feeds to Fareed. Fareed, left side. And it's blocked by Verajao. Here's the Beast. The shot from the low post is good. The Beast's got 15 points in just the second half. The Nuggets have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Robinson kicks to McGee, and he gets the bucket.
It's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
Here's the Beast. And it's Denver with the rebound. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Another strong rebound, just like we've gotten used to seeing from them today.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more of those, and this lead will be double digits.
Robinson with it, and it's Waiters picking him up. And another hit. Shot made once more from McGee. And now an 11-point Nugget lead. Here's the Beast, guarded by Robinson. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Here's Chandler. Makes it off the glass. Chandler's got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
I don't know what's happening to their defense. I mean, they don't have any effort, any purpose.
And it's really costing them. I mean, the last 5 baskets at that end have been on very easy looks.
The Nuggets have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Robinson off a pick from McGee. Robinson goes in, the 10-footer. That one a little long. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. And that basket is in there from the Beast.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
Here's Robinson. Rebound by the Beast.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
The dish now to Waiters. Pass to the Beast. But they get it back. Verajao, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Chandler.
Talk about some great numbers for Verajao. 9 points, and he's come away with 2 steals as well. He's blown up some plays out there.
It shows you what an intelligent defender he can be on the ball. He really understands the game. Yeah, disappointing trip to the line, even though it was just 1 miss. Now is not the time to be missing free throws.
Robinson passes to Chandler. He kicks to Foy. Jacks up a 3. The shot is off. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
Now it looks like their comeback hopes are out the window. I think this lead is safe now.
Yep, this one's a done deal.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
Right side Robinson. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 4 on the clock. Here's Foy, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
It's going to be a great game for them. No win on the road comes easy in the NBA. Nice performance.
Any player loves sending his own fans home happy. He loves even more sending opposing fans home miserable.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily.
Nate, what does this performance tonight? Showing tonight. Was this a game where everything came together for you?
I don't really know. I mean, things seem to be moving a little slower, and I had a good comfort level going out there. I guess it's just a matter of getting used to the league. Oh, and definitely a shout out to my teammates. who've really challenged me in practice and helped me adjust to the speed of the NBA. Thanks a lot, fellas. I appreciate everything. Yeah, thanks. Celebration? Come on, man. Like what? I don't know, man. I'm pretty tired. I got that early shoot around tomorrow, you know? Yeah, man. I really want to. I can't, man. You know, I know how it goes. I got to be 110% for tomorrow, man.
Greetings, passengers. We have now begun our descent into Atlanta. Please fasten those seatbelts and return your tray to its upright and locked position, which should be on the ground shortly.